All right. I do believe we are live, you guys. All right. So let's jump into this thing. Let me know if you can see and hear me. All right, good. All right, just making sure. I can never tell. There's a delay on some of this stuff sometimes. So I wanted to double check. So I'm going to put this over here now. All right. Welcome to the Chord Bootcamp 2026. All right. I'm so ready to get into this, man. Let's start with a little jam in B minor, and then we'll get into this and break everything down that we got to get down. I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you're getting tuned up right now. Let me know where you're watching from. A lot of you guys already are. I mean, I would love to hear more. Let me know what kind of guitar you're playing with tonight. Some of you guys posted it in the Facebook group. Let me know what kind of guitar you're going to play with tonight as we get through some of this stuff, all right? We're laying the groundwork, all right? We're laying the groundwork tonight. That's just a little test to make sure we got some sound going. If the guitar came through good, let me know, and then we will jump into this. Okay, guys? So first things first, let me know in there. Welcome. Oh, man, we got people from Texas. I'm seeing a lot of people that we know, that I know, a lot of people watching. Ohio, Telly, Florida. Man, this is amazing. All right, so I got a camera over here. I got the chat over here. I got a lot going on. I got stuff in the screen here. So if I'm not looking directly in your eyes, you know why, because I got a lot going on. But we're going to get into this tonight, and we're going to lay the groundwork. But before we do that, I want to make sure you guys know exactly what everything is and where it's at. All right, so I'm going to kind of break down a couple of things. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you're actually officially registered for this. That link is in the description below. You want to make sure you're registered for this. I see Terry, I see John, I see Eric, I see a bunch of people in there. Anyways, thank you guys for joining. Got some people that are already in the community, already in this other stuff as well. So the link in the description that will show you where the replays are, is going to show you how you can officially register, and the link for the Facebook group. All right. So the Facebook group is something that you're going to want to join. And if you are despising Facebook, like a lot of people right now, I'm going to be assigning homework this week. And that's where we're going to be using the Facebook group. Essentially, it's a private group. It's not public. There's no weird posting in there or whatever. We're using the Facebook group, first of all. We're going to go through a few things here. To be the place where you post your homework, where you get feedback from myself and from others. All right, people that post the homework in the group every day, there's going to be a drawing the next day, and everyone who posted in that group the homework from the day before is going to be entered into the drawing. All right, it's going to be good stuff. We got all kinds of cool little things here. All right, there'll be some course content. There's going to be some Summit Guitar School shirts, hats, all kinds of stuff. So a couple of gear items as well. So be sure to make sure you join that Facebook group. And if you're like, I hate Facebook, then you still can submit your homework to me at brett@summitguitarschool.com. All right. You go to the About Me section on the website. You'll see it right there. Okay. So the Facebook group is huge. Make sure you completely register. All right. If you're not completely registered, make sure you get in there. All right. That's going to be super, super important. All right. So the other thing is, when you go to, right now there's nothing on there, but I'm going to share a screen with you. When you go to the replays section, I'll even drop it in here as well. When you go to maybe it'll let me. No, I don't think it'll let me do a link. So when you go to the replays section, anyways, it's in the description. Yeah, it won't let me do a link. But when you go to it, you're going to see this, all right? I'm going to share screen with you guys. So right here, this is basically what you're kind of going to see, right? Thanks for joining. But right down here, what you do next, all right? You make sure you download the workbook. This is where you're going to get the ebook right here. It'll also come to your email if you officially sign up. You're going to join the Facebook group right here. When you click that, it's going to take you over here. This is kind of the admin side. You don't need to see, but you're just going to join, all right, over here, and you're going to be posting things, all right? I posted my younger self right here about with what guitar I was going to play tonight, okay? And you got people posting underneath here. We had people that you can see all the events. The other thing you want to do is you're going to see in here 5 days of events, okay? You want to make sure you kind of like join these. It'll remind you and kind of RSVP, all right? Of course, there's going to be weird postings. Yeah, I guess maybe so. But what I'm looking for is people to post the homework, all right? Right now, it's just been me because, believe it or not, I haven't done a boot camp since the beginning of September, end of August, all right? I only do these like a couple times a year, all right? Look, I see people joining right here, all right? But we won't do that right now because I don't want to blast people out on the internet. So anyways, you want to do that because that's where you're going to get feedback. This is where the magic happens. This is where you're going to get, I'm going to be looking at every post. I'm going to be responding to you, being really active in the group. This is going to help build momentum every single day this week, okay? And you're going to want to make sure you get this. Now, the replays, they're not any there yet because we're in it, right? This is a live session. The replays will be posted right here every time, though, okay? So you want to keep track of this page because that's going to be huge, especially if you're going to go back and watch this later, right? Because some of these can go maybe 60 to 90 minutes, you know? It might go about, and it depends, because at the end of this tonight, at the end of every night, I'm going to do full Q&A, all right? So at the end of this, I'm going to be answering all of your questions, all right, and making sure you get everything you need answered, you know, and then we'll go from there, okay? So we got officially join, get in the Facebook group. If you don't do Facebook, just email me, brett@summitguitarschool.com, and that'll count as your homework, right? And then make sure you get that ebook, all right? All those links are in the description right there, all right? So that's how that's going down. So let me show you one other thing, all right? So just to kind of show you what's happening here, hold on. This next Sunday, so we're going to be building momentum, and I'm going to teach my brains out Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday, I'm teaching my brains out 7 to whatever time I finish Central Time, okay? But the other thing that's going to happen here is you're going to get an opportunity at the end of the week on Sunday, 5 p.m. Central, to continue this transformation that you're going to have all week. And I'm not going to talk a lot about it right now, but I'm going to open enrollment for my All Access Pass. It's not been open since the beginning of September, all right? Right now, we're going to get into teaching, okay? But that's what's going to happen, all right? So, and I'll just show you one thing real quick. That'll be Sunday. So this is going to be what's happening. This is going to happen. Enrollment's going to open this next Sunday at 5 p.m., all right, and you're going to have access to a ton of stuff, and it's a lifetime membership, all right? I'll post it's over $9,000 worth of value, and you're going to have silver and gold right there, and there'll be two levels of membership that you can choose from. All right, enough of that. Let's get into teaching. Grab the ebook. If you don't have it, make sure you get it. Let's get into this. I'm going to pull up, and we're going to close this window and jump into the next thing here. All right. So, Chord Bootcamp, here is the ebook, all right? So, you need to get this because this is in there, right? I'm not going to read all this stuff. I don't want to look at myself either. So, let's jump into this. So we've got the intro. I'll let you guys read that, and we're going to get it into essential theory and kind of my idea of maybe who's this for, who this isn't for, and I'm going to show you kind of my deep learning cycle acronym that I think is going to be super awesome, and it's the easiest first piece of homework that's going to enter you into the drawing for tomorrow. It'll happen tomorrow night. All right, so this boot camp is for intermediate guitar players or late beginners that are ready to take your playing to the next level, all right? You maybe know a couple pentatonic scales. You've been playing for years, but you can't seem to get over the hump, right? You're stuck in the YouTube trap, even though I'm giving you another YouTube trap, but this is going to be really organized, and you can see this as you get into the ebook, all right? If you guys don't know me, I've been playing guitar. So I've been playing guitar for over 30 years, okay? I've played thousands and thousands of hours of professional gigs, and I've taught over 18,000 guitar lessons. And that's estimating on the low side, all right? I've toured the entire United States, and I've played with all kinds of different people, right? Opening up for different people, playing with different bigger names. But the other thing is, I'm more into teaching than I am actually playing right now. Like, my big thing is I want to help you have a transformation. That's why I'm here, all right? I got a degree in music. Guess what? No one cared that I got a degree in music. So if you're thinking about that, you might think about that. Anyway, so I have a 4-year degree in music, and basically taught hours and hours worth of music online, thousands of hours of online music lessons, and I've taught over 18,000 private lessons before I kind of stopped doing a ton of the private things, okay? So that's the next thing. So the big thing is, let's get into teaching, all right? So if you don't know me, that's me. I'm also, if you're here, you probably know me as the Chord Lit Chord guy, and guess what? There's going to be something new coming for Chord Lit Chord in the next couple of months. All right. So you guys asked, I am going to answer that ask. All right. So let's get into this. Session 1, essential music theory. All right. Essential music theory. How to identify chords and scales within a key, how to communicate with other musicians, and how to apply this information to your fretboard and your guitar playing, all right? Remember, you're going to be able to go back and watch these, all right? So check this out. If we come over here and we got the deep learning cycle, all right? This is my first acronym. I love acronyms. Anybody that's in here that's been that's taken from me before, and if you've taken from me before, let people know what you think of it here, and then good, Telly against my belly. I like that. Anyways, so in the first live training, I'm going to introduce you this model, all right? This is the framework, all right? So, you know, this is what you need. You need a bit of a framework, and this is going to go hand in hand with our Facebook kind of private community thing, all right? There's a separate private community for the All Access Pass, but that's a different story. That one's completely off Facebook. By the time you finish this first workshop, you'll have a clear understanding of what has been missing in your practice and what you can do differently to start making real progress. All right, so deep learning cycle. I spelled it with 2 E's on purpose to make it weird, right? And to make you remember it, and because I needed 2 E's. So that's that. Anyways, so let's jump into this. We have got to learn a little theory. I know that scares a lot of people off, but I'm going to show you working musicians theory so that you understand what's happening on the fretboard, all right? So first D, discover the new technique or concept, all right? And then it's in the replays link. You should see it in the replays link, Dave Harris. And then it should be in that, it should be in there. But anyways, so, and if you completely register, you'll get an email right back that has it. So discover, learn the new technique or concept, engage, practice it deliberately, focusing on accuracy and control. All right. I'll also post a link to the, ebook, or I'll post the actual ebook in the community as well. Execute, apply it in a creative or functional setting, improv, rhythm, or solo. So discover, learn the technique. Engage, practice it deliberately, focusing on accuracy and control. A lot of people skip all this stuff. They just go straight to trying to play it fast. Execute, apply it in a creative or functional setting, improv, rhythm, or solo guitar. Present, record, or post your video as a reflection of growth. And this is going to throw some people off, but anybody that's ever taken courses from me or coaching from me knows that I ask everyone to do this for specific reasons. The first reason is, 1, it's me keeping you accountable as a guitar student, and 2, you need to record yourself, not worrying about you getting the perfect take or recording it into Ableton, GarageBand, Pro Tools. Just set up your phone, do a take, and post it, all right? It's a private community. I'm going to give you feedback on it, and there's prizes involved, all right? First prize is easy. You don't even have to have a video. I'm just going to have you fill out the homework page that's on the very next page, and that'll count towards the drawing tomorrow night. So it's important that you let other people see it, all right? James Taylor quote. There's a James Taylor quote that I love that says, I'll bastardize it. I'll mess it up, all right? So, like, look, it's like, I think he said, you need to play in front of other people. They need to hear it, and you need them to hear it. You need to play in front of other people, whether it's virtually, through the videos that I'm going to ask you to post, or in front of other people in general, right? You need people to hear it, and you need them to hear it, all right? I told you I'd mess it up, all right? Hope I don't get in trouble on YouTube here. So this is important. Discover, learn the new technique. Oh, there we go. Engage, practice it deliberately. Execute, apply it to a musical setting in real time, all right? You have to apply things quickly, all right? And then present, record, and post your video as a reflection of your growth. Don't worry about perfection here. All right, first piece of homework. All you got to do is fill in what that means. Literally, the answer's up there, guys. Look, fill in the blanks. What does each letter mean? right? You can take some notes down here on the entire session tonight if you would like, but that's it. The first thing is right here. This is important concepts, all right? And the big thing here about presenting that I do in the private Facebook community and my private website community, course membership community is other people need to see this. You wouldn't be surprised. You would be surprised how many people will respond saying, "That sounded great, John. That sounded great, Tom. That sounded great, Terry." And like you can start a dialogue and you can make new friends in other states, all over the United States or all over the world. In this case, we've got people watching from all over that you can have a bond with in some ways because you're all on the same journey together. You need to hear it. You need them to hear it, and they need to hear it, right? You need to share this. Music is a communal art form, all right? People need to be sharing this stuff. You don't want to just be sitting around playing it by yourself in your room all the time. You need to share it with others, all right? A lot of you guys probably already are. So fill in the blanks. That's your first piece of homework. If you just write this out on a piece of paper, take a picture of it, and post it to the community, boom, you're entered in the drawing for the first prize tomorrow night, all right? Why do you need music theory? People hate music theory. Guitar players in general don't like it, but I'm going to show it to you in a way that makes it really easy to kind of get underneath your fingers, all right? Learning music theory is essential for guitar players who want to go beyond the shapes and patterns. I use shapes and patterns just as much as all of you guys, all right? But without a little bit of what notes are available within this key, the patterns are great, but I'm still missing a huge component of music, right? You need to know what notes belong in a scale, what notes belong, or what chords belong in the key. That's important to know, all right? So it gives you the tools to recognize how chords and scales and melodies fit together across the fretboard, helping you make smarter musical choices and communicate with other musicians more effectively. Instead of guessing what sounds good, theory empowers you to be intentional and creative, all right? Simply put, music theory turns random notes into meaningful music. All right. I told you I was going to be doing some teaching, so here we go, y'all. A musical key is the system of notes and chords that form the basis of a song or piece of music, all right? I'm not asking you to memorize that. Just keep it in mind. The key is a set of rules or guidelines that musicians follow so they can dictate dictate to what you can or can't play. You can always break those rules, too, so that's why it's kind of weird. All of this starts with the simple major scale. The scale dictates the chords and the notes available within any given key. Once you know the rules, you can break the rules. This is important, all right? The idea here is to learn the basic rules of theory so you'll always know what notes and chords you have at your disposal. Like an artist has a bunch of different colors to choose from, theory will allow us to kind of be more purposeful with what we choose, all right? And we can play way more melodically in this way, all right? Oh, yeah. I got you, man. I have a black and white one. I'll get you a black and white one. Sorry about that. There's a bunch of ink. If you guys need a black and white copy, I will send that out, okay? I'll post the black and white copy in the community. Once this is mastered, back to the theory, once this is mastered, you're free to be as creative as you want to be. All right, so let's get through this because we want to get to, we got some other stuff to kind of think about here, all right? We got some stuff. So let's take a look, all right? So bear with me here. So we need to know what the sharps, just starting with the sharps. The flat keys you can worry about later. Let's just do the sharps, right? These are the most used keys and the most used key signatures, right? You want to start by like making some flashcards, just 3x5s. Just memorize the stuff, all right? Everybody on the internet will be like, you don't need to memorize it. Just go with the feel. Yeah, you can just go with the feel, but it's nice to have things memorized, all right? Treat it like a class and make it happen, okay? I'm not going to like sugarcoat it like, you just have to have some of this stuff memorized, all right? So G. Now, we have acronyms here, and this is going to make it super easy. I have another set of acronyms. So to figure out how many sharps are in a key, check this out. Oh, you're going to remember this acronym. G, go. D, down. A, and. E, eat. Breakfast. All right, we don't have an acronym for the C sharp, all right? I'm going to leave that one off right now because you're not going to play in C sharp. Yeah, I believe it. So, go down and eat breakfast, all right? So all you have to do is think G, go is the first letter in the acronym. It's one sharp, all right? Well, how do we know what the sharps are, all right? Well, before we do that, let's say how many sharps are in the key of D? Well, you just count down two letters in the acronym. Go down. We've got 2 sharps. How many sharps in the key of A? Go down and. 3 sharps. How many sharps in the key of E? Go down and eat. 4 sharps. How many sharps in the key of B? Go down and eat break. right? 5 sharps. We're going to skip F sharp and C sharp. Those are just kind of incidentals, okay? But F sharp would be go down and eat breakfast. 6 sharps. How do we know what those sharps are? All right? You could say cereal. Yeah, there you go. And then what are they? We have one more acronym, all right? Look, check this out. We've got fat cows go down and eat go down and eat, all right? I don't usually do the C sharp, but fat cows go down and eat, all right? So that means I have 2 acronyms to memorize here, all right? First one, go down and eat breakfast cereal, if you want to add that one. So you could say, how many sharps in the key of G? There's 1 sharp. What is it? F sharp. How many sharps in the key of D? Go down. 2 sharps. What are they? Fat cows. There's 2 sharps in the key of D, and they are F and C. How many sharps in the key of A? Go down and. There's 3 sharps. What are they? Fat cows go. F, C, and G. By now you can see it. Or you could just make flashcards and just memorize the stuff. You go to the key of E. Go down and eat. 4 sharps. What are they? Fat cows go down. Right there. Right? You've got 4 sharps. They're F, C, G, and D. What about the key of B? Fat cows go down. Go down and eat break. 5 sharps. What are they? Fat cows go down and. They got 5 sharps right there. All right, I like that. Fat cows go down and eat. Yeah, I like that. Yes. So check this out. We're not going to get too deep into the theory tonight with some of this stuff, but you just need to know. In the end of the day, man, you just need to know, Kevin, how many sharps are in the key of G? 1. What is it? F sharp. All right. 2. Right. 2. How many sharps are in the key of A? Go down and. You got 3 sharps. What are they? F, C, and G. Fat cows go. Simple. Or you do away with the entire acronym and you just do the work of writing it down and make some note cards and you just quiz yourself until you get it. All right. I'm telling you, most of your favorite guitar players, not all, most of your favorite guitar players are going to know that in the key of D, they've got 3 sharps. Okay. Now, you can get around a little bit of that, but you still need to know how if I said, what's the 3 chord in the key of D? And you go, well, D, E, F. It should be an F. Well, no, it's F sharp. So there you go. You kind of have to know that stuff, all right? So you got the go down and eat breakfast cereal acronym, and then you got fat cows go down and eat, all right? And that's the way you should memorize that. We're only doing the sharp keys. That's your second piece of homework. Major key signatures. You want to start by learning these. The most used key signatures only make sense to start there, right? Start by making flashcards to memorize these first set of keys. All right, so all you have to do for your homework on this is just write this out. You could just write G has how many sharps? D has how many sharps? Right? A has how many sharps? E has how many sharps? B has how many sharps? F sharp has how many sharps? All right? And I would say go ahead and add what those sharps are underneath here, right? Just add that as part of the homework. Okay? So key of G, 1 sharp, F sharp. D, 2 sharps, F and C. A, 3 sharps, F, C, and G. Guess what? All the answers are literally right there, all right? Now, we're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about some major scales here, but that's going to be your first piece of homework, okay? So check this out. We got a music theory conversation happening in the chat, but what we're trying to do is get to this here, so chat away. I appreciate you guys keeping active in there. All right, so now let's talk about the major scale, all right? The major scale is the foundation for everything. Even though most guitar players learn the minor scale first, the minor pentatonic, right? Everybody knows that one. You've probably been playing it the whole time I've been talking because you're like, this guy's ever going to get to the guitar. But look, check this out. It's like, everybody knows. Right? You can play it anywhere. You got A minor. Right? You can play that over all kinds of stuff. You can play it over this. Right? And if you don't know where your notes are, you're just going to be sounding noodly. So that's what we're going to fix this week. All right? So what we're going to do is actually the foundation really comes from the major scale. All right? So the major scale is what you need to learn first. It's 7 notes. The formula for the major scale is, I know there's some guys in here that can name it. We got Peppy. We got Guy. We got some guys knowing some theory in here, man. Let's see it. So major scale, 7 notes. The formula for the major scale is whole, whole, half, whole, whole, half. That means you could start anywhere, right? You could start right here on this G, and you could go, whole step is 2 frets forward or 2 frets backward, so we're going to go up. 1 half step is 1 half step is 1 fret. So from G to A, that's a whole step. Another whole step. And then what's the next one? We got half, whole, half. So we just did G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. All right, so we went whole step, half step, whole step, half step. So you can literally memorize your fretboard just by that. In one, this is one of the ways, just by knowing that, right? So you could say, I'm just gonna arbitrarily close my eyes, grab a note, right? It happens to be an F, but I can go whole, half, half, and I've got a major scale, right? If you know your sharps and the key signatures, you can start on G and be like, well, I just know this is the major scale, so it's G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, because we now know our key signatures from memorizing them on these previous 2 pages, right? And then G again. So, and there's something cool that you can do by limiting yourself and playing a solo just on like one string. This was a great exercise that I've had people do and that I was taught to do as well. It's like, how much can you do on one string, right? I have to do a major progression. I'll show you in a minute. But so a whole step, 2 frets up or down, and a half step is 1 fret up or down. In this case, the formula, whole, half, whole, half. All right, the scale can and is used in almost every song you've ever heard, all right? You can use the scale to write melodies, improvise in any key. These are the scales I am using when I play chordlet chord concepts. When you hear me go like, I'm just playing an E major scale or an E major pentatonic scale right there. You know, that's all. That's all I'm doing, all right? I'm not here to play in front of you guys. I just want you to see that this is it, right? This is what I'm using. The full major scale, full major pentatonic. I'm using these every single time, but I also know where the chords are, and that's what we're going to get to this week. So stay with me, all right? All right, you don't want to click off of this page, or you could if you have to go, but you're going to want to rewatch it, all right? So second piece of homework. First piece is the deep learning cycle, right? What was that? Discover, engage, execute, and present. You can reread that for yourself. What are the sharps and the keys using the acronym? Hopefully that acronym was helpful for you. If it was, let me know in the chat. And then you want to be able to say, what are these sharp keys? These are the most used keys for now. What's the sharp? How many sharps? What is it? How many sharps? What is it? You can just handwrite this on a piece of paper, take a picture of it, and then post it in the community. 2 opportunities to not even have to play yet and still be entered into the drawing, for tomorrow night, okay? So let's go down to then you can take some notes. All right, 7 notes in the major scale. I kind of already showed you this, and this is how you make it work. All right, so check this out. We've got scale notes, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. I already kind of showed you that. Practice and memorize the scales below. Instead of naming the notes, say the number of each note as you play them, all right? This is going to help us with the Nashville number system. So let's take a look at that. If I did this all on one string, just as an example, I'll show you here. I'll stop sharing for a second. Come on. If I did this all on one string, and let's say I started on A, and I went whole step, half step, whole step, half step, and I was like, all right, I know in the key of A, how many sharps are there? Go, down, and what are they? F, C, and G, because fat cows go. So 3 sharps, they are F, C, and G. So now I just start on A, and I go A, B, whole step, C sharp, half step D, whole step E, whole step F sharp, whole step G sharp, whole step A, right? So I want you to know the note names, but let's play a game where we're thinking numbers instead, because it's going to help us with Nashville numbers. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. You can do that all on one string. What goes up must come down, so you might as well come down. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right? We're going to eventually harmonize every chord in that key into a chord. All right? Can't grab all that right there. But So I digress. So now let's take a look at our scales. Let's play some guitar here, all right? So I didn't put the note names in here. I just put these here, and you can use these. This is a 7-note major scale, all right? Oops, just did something weird. All right, 7-note major scale. As you play and learn these in the key of G, think 1 through 7. Well, not just in the key of G. I gave them to you on all these keys, all right? So key of C, no sharps or flats. That's why we didn't talk about it. Now let's zoom in and take a peek. All right, some of you guys might know these, but you need to know them even better. So what we're doing here is this. So check this out. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. All right, so here's your next piece of homework. Right? If you're feeling good about alternate picking, play these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Key of C, no sharps or flats. I always tell people play a chord and then play the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? And it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to be able to say, all right, can I just treat this like this, a nice 1-octave scale? Sorry. And you don't have to play it this fast, but you need to be listening, right? You need to know what these intervals sound like. I'm hearing this when I play chordlet chords. Right? I'm using all of these tools this week to make my major, to make my chord things happen, chordlet chord things happen, all right? And instead of just treating it like an exercise, listen to this and make it sound musical, right? You can call it boring all you want, but I'm promising you that your favorite guitar players that are real good, they've done stuff like this before, right? We're not at that level, right? So we need to put in the work, right? We want to hear how this sounds. All right, now we go to the key of G, no sharps or flats. Right, notice my fingering that I'm using here. This is gonna be good for your video, all right? Instead of going index to ring, index, middle ring, I'm going middle, pinky, one, I'll just go 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. Right, that's how I memorize it, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. I'm memorizing it by the fingering. So, and when you get these scales down, you can kind of shift instead. Skip the second note and see what it sounds like to go to the third. There's your major third. What does it sound like to go to the fourth note in the scale? That's what it sounds like. You're gonna want to hear what that sounds like. What's it feel like? What's it sound like to go to 1 to the 5? These are intervals. An interval is just the distance between two notes. 1 to the 6. It's kind of cool. 1 to the 7. 1 to the 1, right? So while these seem simple in some ways, right? You can also, once you get these down and you get your alternate picking going, you can start to hear go 1 to the 3. What's it sound like? 1 to 3, 3 to 1. You train your ear. 1 to 4, 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 7. Right? That's cool. I forgot 1 to 2. All right, so let's look at D major, all right? If you guys have questions, drop them in there. I may not get them to, actually, we'll save them to the end because they'll get lost in the chat. So let's go down here to D major. We did G, so let's go to D. So we're going in the order of the sharps. The C has no sharps or flats. G, 1 sharp, and you're going G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. But more so thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 7 notes in the scale, 7 chords in the key. This is going to be vital to your success this week. No, 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Let's go to the D major right here. So we've got D major right there. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Your next piece of homework is to play 2 or more of these scales and post it in the video, naming 1 through 7 or the notes as you do it. I prefer the naming of the not the notes, the naming of the number, right? I'm not talking about the 5th fret. I'm not talking about going 5, 7, 4, 5, 7. I'm saying the note name, or not note name, dang it. The number of the note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, right? That's cool, Peppery. Thanks, Leon. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That needs to be in your video. And then go, all right, here's key of A, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I would say bonus points if you can go, all right, then we're going in the order of the sharps, right? Remember how we said go down and eat breakfast? Well, key of C has no sharps and flats, so we started with that. And then we're going in that exact order. G, 1 sharp. D has 2. A has 3. E has 4. So we're up on E. The 7th fret, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In each of these, play the chord and then play the scale and then maybe play the chord again so that you can hear it. All right? The interval is important, Peppy. So like you've got like 1 to 3, 1. We're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2. That's what it sounds like from 1 to 2. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 7, 7, 1, 8, 1, 7, 1, 1, 1, 1, not 8. Right? Right? Kind of sounds like that line in Cliffs of Dover. All right, I know you've heard it. You know what I'm talking about. Right? I'm not playing that, but that's what that is. So B major. So let's go to B major. So B major, we had, first of all, we went in the order of the sharps. None, 1 sharp and G, F sharp. D, 2 sharps, F and C. A, 3 sharps, F, C, and G. E, 4 sharps, F, C, G, and D. B, how many sharps we got, guys? Let me know in the chat. All right, I'm going to play it until somebody answers me. Here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just like that. Of course, there's a delay, but let's just do it anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wait, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 7, 6, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, you guys are getting it right. Yeah. Thank you, guys. All right, so that's right. Man, it's hard to name those backwards. Everyone needs to practice that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you're just going to go through key of C, play a chord, or the open. G, 1 sharp. Bonus points if you say the sharps. G, 1 sharp, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? D, 2 sharps, F and C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A, 3 sharps, F, C, and G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. E, 4 sharps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. B, 5 sharps. We're going to stop with B because I don't play an F sharp. So we're going to skip that one because it doesn't make any sense, right? All right, so cool. Let me stop share for a second here. All right, good job. You guys got it right. You were right. 5 sharps. So moving this back so you can see my entire teaching area right here. I don't usually have this up there, but there it is. You can see it in all its glory. So now you got another place to play notes. So now you got 3 assignments for this week already, all right? So you've got the deep learning cycle. Just write out the acronym, post it within the community, all right? All these links are in the description, right? You want to completely join, right? That's your first piece of homework. Completely join the group or completely join the challenge here in the boot camp. That'll give you an email with everything you need, all the dates, everything, all right, and the times. I'm going to send out more about that anyways. And then the other thing is you need to join the Facebook group. If you don't do Facebook, just email me, Brett at Summit Guitar School, your homework, and you'll still be entered, all right? I understand why you wouldn't do Facebook, believe me. That's why I have a private community in my paid courses. So, and then, so you got the deep learning cycle. You've got naming the sharps, what they are and how many there are, and then you got the major scales. You don't have to do them all in the video to be considered for the homework prize, but you have to at least do 1 scale, play the name the sharps in it, and then play the scale down and back. I prefer 2 to 3, all right? And then name the notes as if they are numbers. So like G, 1 sharp, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just like that, okay? All right, so y'all, we got more, okay? So let's hit this. All right. We have one last section for tonight, and we're going to be talking about the Nashville number system. So this is why we're naming these notes, right? So let's say we're doing it in the key of G. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ramona's here. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right? Now, next bit. Check this out. Nashville number system. This is kind of blurry. I'm going to show it to you. I don't know. So we need to know the note names because check this out. We need to know the numbers because this is what pro musicians talk all the time. You're very welcome, Shoesbot. I don't know if you're a bot or not. Where are you watching from, Shoesbot? So the beautiful part is that all the chords in the major key fall in the exact same order. Once you learn the system, you can really take a lot of guesswork out of learning, all right? So start by memorizing the order of the major and minor chords, and then start by playing through the chords. Oh, no, there's a typo. Don't pay attention. In the key of C and D to get a feel for how these chords sound. You should hear the major scales as you play these chords in order. That's because they follow the exact same order as the corresponding major scale. Be sure to mix up the progressions. I'll show you what I mean by that. So let's say we're in the key of C, all right? These Roman numerals, that's for like a music theory class in college. That's not what pro level musicians use. They just use numbers. And sometimes they don't even write the lowercase m next to it. They may or they may not, depending on the person, okay? So let's say we're in the key of C. All we need to know, we don't even need to look at any of this. We just need to look at this, all right? If I can, dang, man, won't let me zoom. Brooklyn in the house, all right. You put bot in the thing, so I was like, is this guy a bot or is this girl bot? So look, 1 is major in every major key, right? 2, minor in every key. 3, minor. 4 and 5, major in every key. 6, minor in every key. 7, this little circle, it's a little blurry, but that's diminished. It's actually a half diminished. We're not going to get into that too much today. And then back to 1. So the first thing you need to do, you've got to do this, all right? 1, and I would take notes on this. There's spaces to take notes in this entire ebook, or you can have a notebook next to you, right? Just old school, right? If you didn't print it off, that's fine because it's a lot to print. But like, you want to make sure you have something to write notes on, all right? So we know that the major scale is 1 through 7, and the chords in the major key always go in this order, right? So I gave you an acronym for the learning cycle and the best way to learn. I gave you an acronym for naming the sharps, right? And what they are and how many there are and what they are. Now I'm giving you a simple system that I didn't create that is just part of the musical language of every pro level musician. Even the guys that don't believe in theory, that are out touring, they know this stuff. I promise you they know this stuff, all right? Okay, so the like major touring guys that are like really doing it, right? So 1 is major in every major key. So 1, 4, and 5, always major. That's all you got to remember. 1, 4, 5 is like your blues. 1, 4, 5, 4, 1. Right, I didn't play blues, but just a feel for it. So in the key of, let's say C is the 1 chord. C, D, E, F is your 4 chord. F is major. C, D, E, F, G is your 5 chord. That's major, all right? So 1, 4, 5 is major. You want to also be able to do it up here. 1, 4, 5 is major, right? I always think that sounds like Good Lovin', then when the Grateful Dead covered it. Something like that. Anyways, 1, 4, 5, and you could also think of it as a song, right? You could think of it as a Wild Thing. Back to 4, you make my heart sing. Right? You can think of it as the Joker. I'm a midnight toker. I get my loving on the run. Whatever it is, I don't remember the words, but 1, 4, 5 is major. You got to relate it to a song if you want to think of it that way. 2, 3, and 6 always minor, and 7 is the half diminished. We're not going to talk about half diminished tonight because we're going real world knowledge here, stuff you can use today and tomorrow and the rest of your life. So in the key of C, we know C is the 1 chord, right? 2 is D, right? So D is we're just going up the musical alphabet, right? So it's like, the only thing different about the musical alphabet is that once you get to G, it goes to A, and then it starts back over. So it's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. B, C, D, E, F, G, A, right? So if we're in the key of C, no sharps and flats, it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, right? So the 1 chord, C, D is our 2 chord. That's got to be minor, right? E is our 3 chord, C, D, E, minor. F, major, right? G is our 5 chord, major. G, after G in the musical alphabet's A minor, right? And then we've got the half diminished, which we're not going to deal with much today, and then back to C. So major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, half diminished, major, right? Don't worry about the half diminished right now. You can get into that some other time. Just make sure you know this, because then you're going to think, all right, let's do it in the key of D. So you got to think major, for first key of C, go over it again. You could do it in all open chords if you want, if that's where you're at with your playing. Major, C, D, minor, minor, E, minor, F, major, Louis, yep. G, major, A, minor, B, half diminished, and then C. You can, instead of doing the half diminished, because I don't want to waste time showing that fingering right now, you just hit this B and walk it back up. Hit the 7th note and walk it up, right? Let's go to the key of D. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. D had how many sharps? D, go down. We have 2 sharps. What are those sharps, right? Fat cows, F and C. So F and C are the sharps. Every time you get to G, it starts back over on A. So you got D, E, F sharp, G to the A, B, C sharp, D, D. Oh, wait, I did that wrong. Key of D, 2 sharps. Wait, I think I said that. D, 2 sharps, F and C. Right, so D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, right? So without, you don't need to see this now because you have it in your book. But so now here's the deal. When you're doing this, think this way and think, okay, we know D is our 1 chord. What's our 4 chord? D, E, F, G, right? G, right? And then A is our 5. So D, G, A, or bar chords D, G, A, D, G, A. I'm telling you, all I hear is Good Lovin' by the Grateful Dead. Well, I don't think they wrote it, but right? Think of Animal House when you hear that. Or I do anyways. Maybe that makes me old. I don't know. But D, G, A. Right? So in the key of D, we got 2 sharps, F and C. D is our 1 chord. G is our 4. A is our 5. Right? And you want to memorize the way these sounds. Not really just the way they're not just the way you play them. So 1 is major, 4 major, 5 major. So let's go in order now. D, 1 major, 2 E minor, 3 F sharp. That's got to be a bar chord. 4 G major, 5 A major, 6 D E F G A B, B6 chord. 7 is our half diminished. I'm just gonna play that. There's the chord if you really want it, and then back to D. All right, so if we come back over here and we look at this, I've got a massive cheat sheet for you in this book. So 1 through 7, sharps and flats, or sorry, just sharps. Sharp keys in this non-sharp key. So, or that's just no sharps or flats. So right here, you want to memorize this. 1, 4, 5 major, 2, 3, 6 minor, 7 diminished. All right? So now, this is our last bit tonight, and then we're done. Thanks for bearing with me, and then I'll answer questions. All right, so now check this out. Nashville number system. I already showed you what 1, 4, 5 is. It's the blues. It's Louie Louie. It's Good Lovin'. It's the Joker, right? So you want to be able to play this in a few different keys, okay? So down here is going to be your homework for this, right? Your homework over here is to memorize this, but over here, this is going to be like your main homework for Nashville number system. So, okay, here are 3 of the most popular chord progressions in music, all right? So check this out. So let's check this out. Let's say we're in the key of C, right? 1, 4, 5, okay? So 1, 4, 5, that's our 4 our 1-4-5 progression in C. All right. That's any kind of a blues, right? So you could think the song I just did with Ramona today, Tore Down. 5, 4, 1. Tore down, almost level with the ground. That's your 1 chord. Here's your 4. Tore down, almost level with the ground. 1 chord. Feel like this. 5. That's 5 to 4, 1. Right? Or you do the Louie Louie or whoever else you want to do. You know, you could do the Joker. I'm a Joker. People call me Space Cowboy. Right? So that's that 1-4-5, okay? 1-5-6-4, Don't Stop Believing. What if I did that in the key of C? This isn't the key that the song is in, but this is one of, if not the most played and overused chord progressions for good reason, right? So if I'm here, 1 in the key of C is G, 5 is key, 1 is C in the key of C. Sorry, G is 5 in the key of C. A minor is 6, and F is 4. So, right, this is a million songs. So if you go, just a small town boy in South Detroit, took the midnight train going in. You've heard it a million times. Or, well, you done me and you bet I felt it. Got this chill, but you're so hot that I melted. Fell right through the cracks. Or, with or without you, with or without you, live with or without you. Right? So I'm not a great singer, but especially without any beers in me. Okay, so check this out. 1-5-6-4, Don't Stop Believing type of thing. 4-1-6-5. Now you got to think of the key of C. 4 was F. 1 was C, 6 is A minor, G was 5. Yeah, or let it be. Right? Started. And you could play these in every key, right? Once you know your Nashville number system from this previous page, you could say, all right, what if I do 4-1-6-5 in the key of G? I could go 4-1-6-5. Well, all I got to do is map it out and go 4, C, 1, G, 6, E minor, 5, D, right? This is part of the homework right here. So now check this out. You just want to go through and do all this, right? I'm not going to give you the answers on the last one, but you're going to be able to go through and do it, right? So what I want you to do is... and then you got The Scientist, Coldplay. That's kind of a newer song, but it's also a million other songs if you go in the key of C. It sounds like a Boston song or something as well. I'll get to these questions here in a second. Yeah, let me get to these questions here in a second. So, using the diagram above, this is the next piece of homework, all right? Any and all pieces of homework submitted will enter you into the drawing for the first big prize tomorrow night, all right? So you want to stay in tune with all this stuff. So use the diagram chart above, plug the chords in the key of C, right? And I did them in the key of C. Why don't we do them in the key of G, right? The homework here says key of C. Let's do them in G. Let's flip it, all right? Because I kind of gave you the answers in the key of C. So I want you to be able to come in here. You're going to be able to figure it out anyways. And right in here, you can just handwrite it if you don't want to print off the paper. But Don't Stop Believing, 1-4-6-5, write in what chords they would be in the key of G. I guess if you do C, you do C. Learning to Fly, 4-1-6-5 in the key of G, write what it is. Scientist, all of that, all right? You can do this exercise with all kinds of different songs. And here's an idea for further practice. Write out a list of songs you enjoy, 3 to 5. Use Ultimate Guitar to print it off the chord charts, right? And then above those, it'll tell you what key it's in. You guys know, you're in here, you're guitar players. You know how to use Ultimate Guitar, most of you guys, right? Print out 3 or 5 songs or save them to your desktop. It'll say, oh, key of E. Well, when you use the diagram, and really you should eventually memorize it, use the diagram and go over it with a piece of paper or a pencil. And if it says whatever chord it says, write the number, the corresponding number that would be for Nashville number system. That's how I really memorize this stuff, right? So like I would pull up fancy jazz charts because I was in school for music, and I would have to analyze what number they were. That's much harder than like a pop or a rock song. And sometimes the rock songs get weird because you can break the rules like we talked about. But really at the end of the day, if you print off like 3 or 4 classic rock songs and you just like, oh, key of E, and then you refer to the chart and you're like, all right, that's the 6, that's the 4, that's the 1, that's the 2. And you write that out for like a handful of chord charts, you'll memorize this stuff way better, especially if you then go to play it, right? But at the end of the day, you want to be able to doing that. You want to try to do this with each song you learn. This will help you internalize the concept and help you tremendously as you grow musically, all right? So you need to memorize this stuff. I'm not asking you to do any homework here besides this part right here. But what you should do with the Nashville number system thing is go through and play them and really listen and go, all right, the major scale for C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Now, what do the chords sound like? And really listen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can just do them one note. 1. What does it sound like to go 1 to 6? Right? What does it sound like to go 1 to 4? What does it sound like to go 4 to 5 in that key? Right? What's it sound like to go 5 to 6 in that key? You know, it sounds nice because they all fit together. What's it sound like to go 6 to 4? What about 4 to 1? What about 1 to 2? 2 to 4? 4 to 5? So what you want to do is you don't want to just go through these and be like, well, Brett told me to do this, so I'm going to do it. You really need to be listening like a musician, right? Don't do this because I'm giving you homework and you want to win a prize, even though you're going to win one. Do this because you want to hear and have a better relationship with the notes on the fretboard, with the chords on the fretboard. You want to be in tune with what this instrument does. You want to be in tune with what the instrument does because it's part of your life, right? You know, some days you hate it, some days you love it. But at the end of the day, you need to understand more of what's happening here so that you can play at a much higher level, right? All I gave you was a simple learning philosophy, sharp keys with a nice acronym, the major scales, how to number them and thinking 1 through 7, the Nashville number system, and how to apply it to a chord chart tonight. That's kind of a lot for a day one, but you're going to have the recordings of all this stuff, and I'll get to these questions here in a second. You're going to have the recordings of all these stuff, or all of these master classes, so you're going to really want to like let this kind of go and internalize within your own brain, right? So let's talk about the homework. Well, that is the homework, and here's the notes, because look, there's day 2. So, Let's review the homework real quick, and then I'll get to these questions. So the first piece of homework, by the way, you know, if you're a guitar lover, when you see a picture of your own guitar and you're like, damn, that's a nice looking guitar. The neck's a little thin on that one, but okay. So first piece of homework, memorize this by writing it out. You can take a picture of it and post it within the community Facebook page. If you don't do Facebook, email it at brett@summitguitarschool. Second thing is why you need music theory, right? I went through all this stuff. You should reread through that, but you want to memorize this either based on the acronym or just using flashcards, all right? I'd love to say you don't have to memorize this based on this chart, but eventually it will become memorized, so why not just do the work, right? Go down and eat breakfast, cereal, fat cows go down and eat, figure out how to name those, right? And then I want you to come down here. First piece of homework is the deep learning cycle acronym. Second piece is just this. Key of G has how many sharps, right? What they are. How many sharps, what they are, all the way down. You can take a picture of that and submit it. Understanding the major scale. No, you don't have to use your electric to practice, Steve. You can do it. I played the lead guitar on my acoustic for years. Second piece of homework is to understand and count these 7 notes in this major scale as 1 through 7, because that helps us with our music theory when it comes to Nashville number system, which is really pro level theory, right? We don't need to know all kinds of craziness. We do need to, however, know the Nashville number system. I'm a music director at a church that primarily I'm a music director at a church that primarily uses volunteer musicians, and I still make them learn the Nashville number system. Now, I didn't even make them. I just started calling numbers, and they just go home and learn it. You know what I mean? So, and I gave out these little charts as well, but eventually everybody learns it. So, then you're going to play the scale. A piece of this homework would be either play one or two of these scales, name them 1 through 7, and then 7 back to 1. Any of these, you can do any or all these pieces of homework. And then down here, Nashville number system, 1-4-5 major, 2-3-6 minor. This chart's really easy to have it memorized. These are examples of it. I would play through in the key of C or G. And then down here, your homework is, this is the last piece of homework, number 1, Don't Stop Believing, in the key of G. What would be the 1-4-6-5? Learning to Fly, what would be the 4-1-6-5? And the key of, and Scientist, 6-4-1-5. You can, like I said, just because I'm telling you, thanks David, just because I'm telling you to do these on just these 3 songs, that's not going to help you unless you do it on multiple songs, okay? Listen, guys, I don't know what I said in the last boot camp. This is only my second boot camp, but tomorrow you cannot miss it because we're coming back for the cage system, and we're going to show you how to weave through this sucker, all right, on a pro level, all right? Nothing is as organized as this on Facebook or on Instagram or on where are we at? On YouTube, all right? So it's like I'm actually taking you through one step at a time. Tonight was just step 1, and thanks for watching and bearing with me. Dude, we had like over 100 people in here at one point. So, and we're just down to like, we've only lost a few. We're down to like 80 people, right? I think some of my current students bailed on me because they're like, I've already heard this guy talk about this. But, yeah, that's your homework. Let me unshare here. And then any questions on the homework or posting or anything on how to find anything, drop that in. And then let me look at these questions that popped up here. And now, drop your questions in. Anything guitar. We got a little time here, y'all. Make sure you fully register, all right? Yes, I will, Ramona. I'm actually going to post it in the Facebook group. I don't know if you're in there or if you do Facebook. Let me know. I meant to add the black and white one this last time, but the other one was so colorful I liked it. Yeah, tomorrow, way more guitar time. We just got to get through the main stuff. Okay. Let's see. Hold on one second. Let me see if I have... I'm going to answer these questions here. But I don't know where my other window went. Okay, questions. Let's see. Let's get into it. Well, it's all right, Jason, because I'm going to have... these are all recorded, all right? No, you don't need your electric to practice. Let me scroll back up. If you're playing 1-5-4 progressions, would it sound good to play minor pentatonics, or do you need to make them 7th chords? Yeah, I mean, you can get away with major or minor pentatonics over a major 1-4-5, but like it's gonna always sound better. You can the major will sound good. Major pentatonic will always sound good, right? I'll give you an example real quick. So if I go in like, it's not gonna sound good if they're just major chords to play minor pentatonic, right? I don't think. I think if you're all major chords, it doesn't feel right to me. There's major pentatonic. Right? So the next thing is if I do minor over that, I just feel like it's just kind of like a cliche. It kind of works because it's 1-4-5. So like I guess you can do it, you know. I just feel like to me the seventh chords make it feel like when you hit the seventh chords, then you can switch back and forth major and minor pentatonic with zero problems. Because if I do that whole thing with seventh chords, then I'm like, I do major pentatonic. Minor. Major. Minor. Right? I feel like you can do both. You guys got to see my stank face today. I don't know. Whoever said not much guitar time today. Yeah, I'll get back with. We're gonna have plenty of guitar time this week. Yeah, I'll email the black and white one just to make it simple. So like when I send out the reminder tomorrow, I'll get the black and white. Well, tonight I'm gonna send a replay email, so I'll send that in that email. So look for that. All right. So you'll get one tonight. Oh, I don't want to miss any of these. Hold on. Wow, where did it... Okay, there's that one. But can you tell us what if the first chord is a minor chord? If it's the first chord's a minor chord, guy, then I'm still relating it to the major key, right? So like if I said 6-4-1-5 like on that page and the key is C, 6-4-1-5. Song that is, but it's making me think of some Boston song or something. A minor. I'm still thinking. I still relate everything back to C. All the guys that I know that are session musicians, they're still thinking 6-4-1-5, 6-4. Another thing that's really helpful is to sing those notes, right? Whether you're good at it or not. 6-4-1-5, 6-4. Sing a wrong note. 1-5, 6-4. Hard to do that, but yeah, that'll help internalize that as well. I'm just still thinking of it as 6-4-1-5, even if it starts on a minor key. Yeah. No, you don't need to play acoustic or electric. You can play acoustic the whole time. David liked my guitar picture comment. Jason, these are all recorded, so you'll get it. Thanks for the excellent explanation. Not much guitar time, Jason says, but guess what? We're building to it. There's going to be a lot of guitar time starting tomorrow. So bear with me here, man. You're going to get it. I promise you. Thanks for the kind words. How do you decide to solo in a pentatonic major or minor scale? In a pentatonic major or minor scale or mode? I would skip the modes. If you're questioning whether to play major or minor pentatonic, then I wouldn't do any of the modes yet, right? Like, if it's a major key, I'm playing a major pentatonic, but I could also be playing a minor pentatonic shape. That's where it's confusing, because here's the deal. If you learn, let's say, G major pentatonic all over the fretboard, if you know that the relative minor is E minor, which we didn't talk about tonight, then you know that that one scale, the same scale, G major pentatonic, is also the same scale that is the same exact set of notes in the exact same spot as E minor. It is ending on the E. So every major pentatonic or major scale has a relative minor, right? It's always the sixth note in the major key. So if I'm in G and I go G, A, B, C, D, E, E is my relative minor. So if I learn G major, I know E minor, I just need to know where the roots are. Like D. What's the sixth note in D major? D, E, F sharp, G, A, B. So if I know my D major scale, I can play, if I know my D, if I'm in D, I can think like I'm playing in B minor if I'm more comfortable with my minor pentatonics, but I just got to find the Ds. That's a confusing explanation, but we'll get more into stuff like that, I guarantee. You got to understand your relative major and minors. But like if I'm in a major key, right? I'll get rid of this loop. If I'm in a major key, I'm probably going to think major pentatonic or the relative minors shapes because they're both the same shape. So if I'm in, let's say D and I go... D major. you could also think of that as the B minor pentatonic shape right there and get away with murder. One way that I got away with murder with that forever is I told my guitar teacher once when I was in high school, or maybe I was in middle school, I was like, man, I'm just not good at playing in the major key. He's like, well, play the relative minor. I'm like, what's that? And he's like, find the root of your major 1 chord, count off the 6th string, count down 3. 1, 2, 3. Now play your minor pentatonic shape and just end on the D's. And you can play that shape as if you know, because you're comfortable with it, but you're playing in D major instead of B minor. So, but if it's in a straight minor key, I'm going straight minor pentatonic. I think we answered the number system chord thing. Yeah, Ramona, you might have to register again because this is for an online world. Oh, you got it. Been playing for years and my ear definitely got better, but I'm not where I should be. Any suggestion for training in addition to what you were saying earlier? No, where did it go? Let's see. I think once you get your Nashville number system thing going and you understand like this major scale, I think training yourself with intervals, like saying, what does 1 to 3 sound like? What's 1 to 4 sound like? Stuff like that. Let me see if I can find a resource for you on that. There's like different intervals that like sound like songs. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like you need like an interval kind of like recognition thing. You know what I mean? So like for me, like I just like to sit and do it with chord progression. So if I'm like listening to a song on the radio or if I'm on a run or if I'm just jamming at the house, cleaning while I'm doing it, and I hear a progression, I'm listening for, I hear the 1 chord. Oh, they went to the 5. Oh, they went to the 6. And then I pick up my guitar and test myself. So I'll do it that way. Another way you can do it is just intervals. Let's say you're in the key of G and go, all right, what's 1 to 2 sound like? What's 1, 2? That's a major second, right? So I'm thinking there's other songs you could think. You think Happy Birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday. It's kind of low. Happy birthday, right? Or Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. Changes after that, but Rudolph. I use these little tools that help me memorize that. Rudolph. Or like minor third, you could think, that one's harder. I would do the majors first, right? So like if I do a major third, like I'm thinking like, oh, what would be a good one? You got to know it descending as well as ascending, but from here, win the Saints. Oh, win the Saints. Oh, win. That's a good way. A perfect fourth, you could go like Amazing Grace. There's different ways you can do it. There's a million websites that'll show you those little acronym tricks for like song names, but I just sit down and do it with chords. Try to learn songs by ear and write out the numbers, and eventually it all kind of comes together. Please don't let this theory scare anyone off. Brett rushed through this, but he was really patient. Thanks, John. I appreciate the kind words. Also, email the black. Yeah, I'll get the black and white one out. Thanks, man. I won't be at the contest. Well, you could still enter the contest. It's just just because you already know it doesn't mean you couldn't enter it. So, but thanks for being here. Let's see. You could substitute the major and the minor 7th. I mean, you kind of can in certain ways. Yeah, you'll be able to hit it, David. Oh, thanks for watching, Steve, all the way from OZ, wherever that is. Let's see. Sorry for the major minor mode question. It meant more like AGD progression. Oh, yeah, you could do Mixolydian AGD. That's more like Grateful Dead to be like, yeah, like if you do something like that, it's kind of like Franklin's Tower. We didn't really get into that today, but you would be able to do that. Like A, G, D, you'd play A, Mixolydian would work. Right? So yes, you could do that. And then Great Danes always eat big fat cats. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I like that. It's Australia. Now I got you. For sharps. Good. I don't know if I got to all the questions. So if you guys have any others or you didn't get it answered, it could have gotten into the mix here. Gosh, I don't know. There's a decent amount of chat going on. Let me know. I'll show you one extra thing just because you can, right? So, like, if you know this, like a D chord in this shape, right? This would be a kind of like, since you guys stuck around to the end, I'll give you like a quick, simple little chordlet chord lesson. So check this out. All right, so check this out. If we're here at the end right here, and we play a D in this A shape, we know we can come up here and play that D. It's the B minor pentatonic shape 1 that we all know. It connects really nicely, right? I'm telling you that's what it is in case you don't know. But it's D major pentatonic if you end on the D's. It's B minor if it's the relative minor, but we're going to say it's D major because I want you to get the majors. So let's say we're going to go D to B minor, all right? You're going to go D, B minor, D, 2, 3, 4, B minor. This is a challenge for you, a bonus challenge since you guys stuck around. Check this out. D. Just keep this going. It's just one measure of each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then we're going to use this minor pentatonic shape 1, right? Or I'm thinking D major shape out of the G shape of cage, but just think B minor pentatonic shape 1 to keep it simple. What if I do 2 beats of the D? 1, 2, slide 7. That takes me right into that pentatonic shape you're familiar with. D. I don't have a tab for this. I'm just teaching this, all right? So I don't have a tab for this. I'm just teaching you the first thing that I thought of since you guys stuck around to the end. D in the A shape, right? 1, 2, just 2 strums. Think 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 7 to 9, 7, 9 on the 4th, 7, 9, pull off, and then on the 3rd string, 9, 7, pull off on the 4th string. So it's like 1, 2, and then you get to the B minor. Now it's tricky because there's a lot of notes in there, but 1, 2, I'll even zoom. Right? This is like, for you guys stuck around, I'll give you this impromptu chordlet chord. I feel like every night, if people stick around to the end, I'm going to teach a chordlet chord. All right, so we just decided it just now. So look, check this out. D. Now I'm in this shape. So 1, 2. So I'm going 1, 2, and then right into the minor pentatonic shape 1, but I'm going from that chord, 7, that's the E, 7 to 9, 7, 9, 7 to 9 on the G, pull off, to back to 7, 7 to 9, pull off, or 9 to 7, pull off, and then to my B minor. So it's like 1, 2. I actually added a note. So I went 7 to 9, 7, 9, 7, 7, 9, 7. So like that. So 5, 7 to 9. Sorry guys, I'm making this up as I go. 7 to 9, 7, 9, 7. And then 7, 9, 7, 9, 7. So that's the move. 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7. So it's 1, 2, B All you got to do is how much time you have in between chords. Like 1, 2, lick. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. So 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1, 2, and 3, and a 4, and a 1, 2. Now you got to give it a little feel. So maybe you change the second lick and you go. All I did was go. I just did a little slide up. So I'll leave that to you to figure out. But the main chord lick chord, 1, 2, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7 to the B minor. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a. And you can really change chord. You don't have to go back to D. You go 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4. Oh, thanks, Jeff. Man, hopefully, man, there's a lot of lesson before I got to the chord lick chord because this was just for the people that stuck around for the whole masterclass. But, yeah. So one more time on this, and then we're probably going to be done here. 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a B minor, 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a D to B minor. But you could switch when you go back to the D, go to another chord in the key of D, G, A, C sharp, or F sharp minor. I'm telling you, it'll work. All right, so you got a little bonus if you stuck around. So I think every night this week I'll do like a little quick, little short, little chord lick chord just to keep you around to the very end because that's the stuff you got to know. But I'm also showing you the stuff you got to know on the backside with all of that theory stuff that we got through today. I'm just laying the foundation, so bear with me. Come back the rest of the week, and I will see you guys soon. Wait, what's this say? After the lick, could you progress to the and go back to the D chord? You could just go to A. There we go. We answered that. All right, we'll get more into this, and we'll master this fretboard each and every day this week. And I think a chord lick chord lesson at the end of every session is going to be pretty sick. Anyways, you guys have a great night. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to fully enroll for the free bootcamp down below. Also, don't forget to join the Facebook group. If you don't do Facebook, you can email me the homework at brett@summitguitarschool.com. Yeah, I'll send out a, if you're not on my email list, make sure you fully join, and I'll send you the copy of the ebook in black and white. Appreciate you guys, and man, have a great, great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. We got this going on all week long. All right, you guys have a great night.